And I'm so afraid, but you told me it's gonna be okay. They'll watch you fall, they'll watch you break. Just keep on smiling in their face. Keep on smiling in their face. Keep on smiling in their face. Life's too short to figure out and make sense. I'm scared of getting close sometimes. I'm asking when the pain ends, and all I'm met with is chokes and sighs. I've watched my mama cry, wipe her tears, tell her it's alright. I'ma make a change and get us right. Yeah, I'ma change our lives. 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 Working hard, but it ain't enough. And I'm so alone inside these walls. And every scar that I open up, the bleeding stains everything I love. And I'm so afraid, but you told me it's gonna be okay. They'll watch you fall, they'll watch you break. Just keep on smiling in their face. Keep on smiling in their face. Keep on smiling in their face. Life's too short to figure out and make sense. I'm scared of getting close sometimes. I'm asking when the pain ends, and all I'm met with is chokes and sighs. I've watched my mama cry, wipe her tears, tell her it's alright. I'ma make a change and get us right. Yeah, I'ma change our lives. 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 Working hard, but it ain't enough. And I'm so alone inside these walls. And every scar that I open up, the bleeding stains everything I love. And I'm so afraid, but you told me it's gonna be okay. They'll watch you fall, they'll watch you break. Just keep on smiling in their face. Keep on smiling in their face. Keep on smiling in their face. Life's too short to figure out and make sense. I'm scared of getting close sometimes. I'm asking when the pain and all I'm met with is chokes inside.
Hey, yo, what is good, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? Can you guys hear me? Let me check and make sure we sounding. Okay, cool. I actually forgot to do the audio check before I did this. I usually do that, but I did not do that this time. Kind of slipping. But what's going on? I didn't plug up the stream deck or nothing. Let me bring that back up. And cool. What's happening? The Kid Green official was good. Zaza and this thing was happening. How y'all doing? I forgot to plug up the my instance, the stream deck. So I'm gonna just go to my account on my instance, and we just gonna use that. Gmail.com. Maybe it's that. Here we go. There we go. What is good? So, for those of y'all that are here that are that usually tune into the music feedback stream on Sundays at 3 p.m. PST every Sunday, today we're going over a mix. I feel like this is kind of in the way of my face right now, so we're gonna move that for now. But we're going over a mix. I had entered this mix competition for the homie Shane Thompson. He an engineer in Mississippi, and he did this mix competition, and I forgot how many people. Maybe it was like 14 or 15 or something like that. Engineers in there, and I ended up winning it. It was my first time doing a mix competition. Actually, I don't really do them, but you know, he is Shane. I'm cool with Shane. I fuck with bruh, so I was like, you know what? I'll just do it, you know, whatever. But ended up winning it. So, you know, I ain't gonna, you know, hold y'all too long. We could just get straight into it. I was kind of waiting till the engineer homies pulled up, but I don't know if they here or not. If y'all here, just say something. But we vibing. Either way, we gonna do it, and I'm gonna record this, and I'm gonna have it available for people to check out, even if they don't tune in. But anyway, oh, Vinci, what's good? What's happening, bro? Appreciate you for coming through. And Kid Green Official, too. Appreciate both of y'all for coming through. And Zaza. Anyway, let me pull up this Pro Tools screen. Let me switch to feedback. And maybe I should, move my camera. Because it'll probably be all right. If the camera's, kind of in the way of something, y'all just let me know. And I'll move it. A mix competition, does it require a whole studio or just digital stuff? It did not require a whole studio. Basically they sent the files and I mixed them, and they sent the same files to every engineer, and we all just, you know, did what we thought we should do for the song, and that was really all. Your mic sounds really OVE when you lean back. What do you mean? Really, really low, maybe? Low? Ah, fascinating. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Zaza. I appreciate you, man. You always let me know when stuff is not right over here, so we can fix it. Let me just check. Let me go here, filters. Let's turn up the output can a little bit. Let's just go to 11. Let me know if that's cool, if that's better. All right, we're going to get straight into it. If y'all have any specific things, any questions, or whatever, it really doesn't matter. Just, let me know. Oh, shit. Fucking up. Also, let me know if it is cool if I use this screen, because this is what I use most of the time. When I'm mixing it, at least, I'm on this screen pretty much the entire time. Most of the time, at least. And when I'm recording, I'm using the edit window. I am just about to bypass. I'm going to start with the vocals because that sounds better. Appreciate you, Zaza. I'm going to start with the vocals because that is kind of usually where I start. And we're going to take this stuff off the mix. Oh, damn, I didn't mean to do that. Fucking up. We're gonna take the stuff off the mix bus, or maybe I should just like bypass everything. Maybe I should do that. Think that'd be cool. I don't know. What y'all think? Let me go. Let me just do it like this. Do that. We'll bypass that stuff. And we'll come here. And it's a lot of little stuff happening. We'll do that. And we'll come here. Do that. And do this. Okay. And this. Alright, so I'm gonna play the song real quick. Trap metal, crazy, bro. Wait, what? Got in my trap metal shit. Okay, Zaza, you gonna have to send that next time. Oh yeah, so I got some for Sunday stream, by the way. Y'all gonna be shocked. Hey man, we are always shocked when we hear a Zaza song, so I'm interested for sure. So I'm gonna kind of play the song. This ain't really gonna be like a accurate representation of a rough because I've changed levels and stuff like that, but you'll kind of get somewhat of a gist of what's going on here. So I'm gonna just play this for y'all real quick. Let me know if the sound sounds fine and all that.
There's few people praying for you, and a lot of people praying on you. I feel like I'm protected though. Yeah, hey, yeah. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey, like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all their calls. I'm praying for all my success, I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my friends, I'm praying for more wins for all of my dogs. I know somebody without a degree or a suit and he claim me a businessman. I know somebody that stay at the tailor in rooms and you having no business in. I know somebody that say they a Christian and questioning what they believing in. I know somebody that judging my actions and claiming that they're a religious man. You never can judge a cover.
Okay, so that's the vibe, right? We're not gonna go through all of it. So I'm gonna show y'all, this is how I start. So I got these little groups right here. I start with the lead vocal. Well, in this case, I started with the lead vocal. It's different every time, but in this case, I started with the lead vocal. Probably started here.
Yeah. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray.
Yeah, this song is fire, bro. It's crazy. So I'm gonna just do a quick A-B for y'all for what's going on right here.
Yeah. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah. What? They treated me like I'm the prey, like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all their calls.
No, this needs to be, you know, done in context with the music, but that's kind of where we ended up, right? So I'm gonna do this in order as well from like where I would have started. So listening to the vocal,
yeah.
I'm gonna just start right here.
I get on my knees and I pray.
I probably would have.
I get on my knees and I pray.
Started with some compression. I like this Fairchild-ish emulation from Slate Digital. It sounds cool to me on certain people's voices, and so I just use this for a little bit of compression.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey, like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
It has like an interesting EQ curve as well. Like it shelves off a lot of low end. It does like, I don't know, it has a personality, a character to it as well that I just like. So that's probably what I started with, and you know, adjusting your attack and release as you see fit. But really to bring that energy out, I'm more so looking for personality and texture and character and stuff like that with compressors and designing, kind of like shaping the envelope of the sound in a certain way. So that's what I'm using that for. And then I probably use this Devil Lock because, well, I'll A-B it real quick.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey, like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall.
So for me, this is like a big part of the vocal sound. And to me, like, it brings out, if you listen to this vocal, it's kind of like dark and, I don't know, boomy in a way. There's just a lot of low and a lot of low mids. And this kind of brings out a lot of the sibilance and the attack of the vocal and the diction and like the k-tus, all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? It kind of brings that up in an energetic way. And it just has a sound, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a little bit on the mix, and, you know, this is where I am as far as the settings and stuff like that. It just has a cool sound design thing that I could do with this sometimes on really anything, but in this case on vocals. So I'll A-B that one more time.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out.
So there's that. And then I probably would have put some RC20 on there. I actually might have did the RC20 first. But this is just something that I've been like trying to learn what people like about analog and like what analog stuff does. This isn't really to replicate it or anything like that, but just to give it a little bit of that flavor, a little bit of that vibe. So I'm just adding a little bit of noise. I think it's just 1% on both of these, on the wobble and the noise. Sometimes I use the magnetic as well, around 1%-ish. But on this one I didn't. And this is a very subtle thing, but digital analog facts. But I'll A-B this too.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
That's pretty much it. It's so small, so subtle, but it's just like a little subtle flavor thing. And then like there's a lot of just, I don't know, just some in this vocal that I'm trying to like turn down. So I like the dip on this Puig Tech EQ. I mean, it's obviously an emulation of the MEQ5 or whatever, but I like this dip right here, and sometimes I use this low kind of peak boost right there, but I'll A-B that.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
Just trying to do a little bit of cleanup, you know what I'm saying? That's really it. And then from there, I'm probably turning on some effects. So we'll start with the delays, because I usually start with the delays first when I'm putting effects on a vocal. And
get on my knees and I pray.
Probably putting this doubler or this
get on my knees
micro shift.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out.
So that's what it sounds like. I'm just compressing it.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray.
Pretty decent amount. I just want that vocal to stay locked down there. I want that to just be down there, give me a little width, a little stereo information of the vocal and the speakers, and a little spatial type situation going on, right? And then I'm using this micro shift for that effect. And then I'm using the S1 imager just to widen it a little bit. And then I'm EQing it. That's really it. Real simple, real straightforward. I did put a little bit of reverb on it, but we'll get to the reverb in a little bit. And then this delay I have on here.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray.
So it's kind of like a slap-ish kind of thing, and it's not really something that you hear for real, but you kind of feel it, and since you can hear it a little bit.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my.
You can hear it a little bit if you're really listening, but it's detectable, and it's like a feel thing to me. So I'm just EQing a little bit before it, using the MV2 to again keep it like kind of in a pocket, and then I'm just using the stock mod delay. If you hear this delay, you kind of hear it kind of panning, sounding like it's panning to the left, but it's really just the feedback of the left one feeding back longer than the one on the right. So it kind of gives that effect of it panning to the left. And to me, that's just like a little extra movement, something that kind of just sounds cool to me. So I'll play that one more time if y'all didn't hear that initially.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray.
So yeah, there's that. And then just a little, typical decreasing the sample rate. a little saturation, give a little character, a little texture, and then I'm side chaining it to the lead
Get on my
vocal.
knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah.
Simple stuff, you know what I'm saying? Then just a little more EQ at the end, a little bit of compression with this.
Get on my knees and
the
I pray.
RVox.
I get on my knees and I pray.
I use this often on my effects a lot because it's just quick channel strip, quick EQ, quick compression if I need it, and you know, easy, nice and easy. So that's what I got for the delays on this vocal right there, right? The next thing is the reverb. So let's bring that up.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah.
Yeah, if you turn it up too much, then it takes the feel out of the vocal and turns it to the delay. That's why a little bit works. I noticed I use too much. Hey, there we go. Yeah, it's a feel thing, you know. Sometimes it's like with effects on vocals or with a lot of things, I think of it as like, is this effect literally a part of the sound to where you're supposed to hear this effect? Kind of like maybe The Weeknd when he was doing the super reverbed out vocals, or is it something that you're supposed to detect so where you hear it, but it's not taken away from the performance of the vocal? It's not really a part of that sound fully, or is it like a thing that you sense and you feel? You don't really hear it for real. If you really listen hard, or if you really have like a trained ear, I guess you could hear it, but it's more like a sense thing, you know. So that's kind of how my philosophy sometimes when it comes to effects. But this reverb, again, I'll be using this before a lot of my effects, oftentimes just for the high pass filter and the low pass filter, just cleaning up a little bit. Then I'm using this RMS or RMX, I'll be forgetting which one it is, AMS, RMX, whatever. I'm using emulation from this plugin. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorite reverbs actually. But they have some cool, I'm using the non-linear one on short. That's the only reverb I'm using on this vocal. And
get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah. They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying.
But I just like how they have so many like great reverbs in this plugin. I be using this all the time. And then, you know, same old same. This lo-fi is a go-to plugin. If you're not using it, you sleep on it. Then RC20 on there, just again some of that flavor, some of that vibe. So it's a little wobble on there, and I'm using the magnetic a little bit on there this time. It's just a little subtle spatial thing for real. Then I'm side chaining it. Excuse me, to lead vocal.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray.
Ever so slightly. Then some more EQ. As you can see, I like EQ and my effects really fitting it in. So it's like, it's in the place that it needs to be. I kind of like to put things in the spaces that they need to be, so you hear them and you feel them as you need to, but it's like not overpowering or whatever. Because I think like EQ and volume are just such great tools, you know, so I be using them a lot, I guess. And then I'm EQing the reverb again. Usually I'll have like multiple reverbs here, but I was kind of going fast, I guess, and I was like, you know, one reverb is fine enough. And for me, this song, I just really thought one reverb was good for this, so I didn't use, but I have like these things already here, and I'll just like put stuff on it, you know, as I go. But I EQ'd some mids, outs, and just overall that frequency right there, darkened it a little bit, and that's really it. I can A/B that as well.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah. They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage.
So yeah, just
get on my
just widen it a little bit, and then so I'm probably coming back to the lead vocal. Actually, probably I'm lying to y'all. I don't know what order that I did any of this stuff in for real, but I probably put this on before I put the effects on, because to me, I don't know. It was just one of those things where it felt like it needed it. You know, it needed a little bit of faux. I recorded this in a space for a vibe. You know what I'm saying? I understand the EQ. I mess around with EQ. I use it to make the vocal stand out. There you go. It definitely can be used for that for sure. But just a little bit, you know, just a little bit, literally at 1%, just a little space on the vocal.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treating me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
So that's that, and then we'll bring these back on.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treating me like I'm the prey. Like lions.
So that's where we at right there. And then I'm probably coming with the high pass filter at 85 right here. And then there was a frequency that was kind of going a little crazy to me.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and the cage. It's like they've been
Whatever that was, it was a little wonky, I guess, to me. So I'm just using the Pro Q3 to relax that. And then what else? We'll get there. So there was a lot of just this stuff was like, it's a little areas that needed some work, you know what I'm saying? So I usually don't do like multiple high pass filters, but to me this called for it for me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's good? I am Los for real. What's happening? How you doing? Appreciate you for coming through. So I use another high pass filter. I'll A/B that.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treating me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
Just a little more cleanup. A little 190, shelf at 205. A little dynamic EQ right here, and another high pass filter. What I like to, when I'm EQing things, I think of like when I'm about to EQ things, I guess my philosophy sometimes on it is what frequencies are distracting me from the frequencies that I want to hear. So when I A/B this one, it sounds like the vocal gets more present, but it's all subtraction though. It sounds like there was a boost or something happening, but it's really all subtraction because these frequencies that are a little too dominant for my taste, I'm lowering those. So now the frequencies that I want to hear are more pleasing to me are coming out more. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Hopefully it does.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treating me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage.
But there's that, and then, classic SSL vibes. I don't think I did anything up there. A little dip at 3.34K. Taking out some some 230, and a little shelf at 302. And I'm using the compression again on here, so that's my second compressor in this case.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treating me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
I used the fast attack on this one because to me it was like the attack was coming out a little bit too much, and I really just wanted to clamp down on that and put it like really in the pocket well. So sometimes I use the fast attack, sometimes I don't. It just depends. That's my ratio and release settings and all that kind of stuff. All this is like by feel and to taste on how the vocal is coming out. Yeah, high pass filter, I always said it required at all times. A high pass filter is not required at all times. No, it's only required if you think it's required. Like that's the only time. I don't think anything is ever required. It's just what sounds and feels the best. At least that's what I think. So that's literally the vocal. Oh, and then I did this parallel. So I actually tried putting this directly on the vocal, but it was doing too much. Like it was making the vocal a little like harsh and like too brash. But I liked the personality, the texture, the flavor that it was adding. So I was like, okay, let me just try it in parallel real quick. So we'll A/B. I'll just mute this. When I mute this, that means the parallel is not playing. But maxed out the compression on this, maxed out the process, which is the EQ curve and some saturation, and then there's the drive, and then the intensity is right here. All of this was just like messed around with until I found something good, and I did this while it was blended in with the original signal, so I'm like listening at the same time and doing this all together, and yeah.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treating me like I'm the prey, like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
So to me, a lot of that presence, a lot of that upper grainy texture comes out, but it's not in a like fizzly, sizzly way. It's like, I don't know, it's like tasteful, crunchy stuff. You know, I don't even know how to explain it. I gotta go, man. I need to get something ready for the music review on Sunday. Much respect to you, man, for going through this. Of course, bro. Of course. It'll be up as a VOD on the Twitch if you're subscribed, I guess. But yeah, if you ever want to go back and check that out, it'll be there. And then for the intro, the only thing that I did, so on the intro, I just wanted the vocals to be a little like thinner, like less present as the lead vocals when they come in, because when the lead comes in, I wanted to really have that energy and that kind of like that girth pause, you know, that commanding the stage type of vibe, you feel me? So that's why I had these a little more thin. Hey, we got somebody on the follow. What's happening? AM Mixes, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. That's one of the engineer homies. What's happening? You right on time, bro. We just finished the lead vocal. Appreciate you for the follow, fam. But yeah, for the intro, I just wanted them to be a little thinner. So it's another high pass and taking out some of this area right here just to calm it down. So when the lead comes in, it's commanding the stage. You feel me? So I'll play that. I'll just loop maybe, I don't know, this right here.
It's few people praying for you, and a lot of people praying on you. It's few people praying for you, and a lot of people praying on you.
But if I go from like right here, and when the lead comes in, you hear that the song kind of grow, and like now we here. You feel me?
I feel like I'm protected though. Yeah, hey, yeah. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray.
Very subtle thing, but it's all with EQ. And I did something similar for the outro, but not as, I guess, as aggressive. But yeah, just drop that down to a track down here. And that is literally it. The vocal chain is the same for the verse and the hook, but there are subtle differences. Like I took out a little less of this frequency in the verse and high passed a little more in the verse. Honestly, it just sounded better like that to me, so that's why I did it. I think these are the same. This might be slightly different, so the high pass is backed off a little bit, but I think these frequencies are pretty much the same. This is a little different. The release is different. I think maybe, I don't know. I think just the way he was rapping in the verse was just slightly different than as far as like cadence and tempo wise versus the hook. So to me, the verse sounded better with the release here. That's really it. The double lock is the same. This looks to be the same as well. This right here, pretty close. It looks like this is a little more narrow, and the ratio is higher in the verse, but that's pretty much it there. And we got a little bit more on the mix for this little bit of a reverb, and the EQ is a little different, but same stuff, pretty much same thing, you know, very, very subtly different. And now we got the ad-libs. So let me go to where the ad-libs are. So we'll just loop maybe these right here or something. What's this?
I know you're hoping I lose. Try again.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all use any of the analog obsession stuff, but they got some fire stuff, and it's free. It's fire and it's free. Hold on, let me drink some water real quick. Give me a second. Okay, so basically the vocal is, you know, it's a lot of low end stuff going on, so I'm just using this to kind of almost like a tilt EQ in a way, but I'll A-B that.
I know you're hoping I lose. Try again. I know you're hoping I lose. Try again. I know you're hoping I lose. Try again.
That's that. Like, just, this is, I don't know. They got good plugins, man. Y'all should check them out for sure. Just experiment with their stuff. In the classic SSL channel, a little high pass, low pass, darkening it a little bit, boosting a little 1.42K, cutting out some 270 hertz, nothing on the shelf. Got a little bit of compression going on. Light stuff, light stuff.
I know you hoping I lose. Try again. I know you hoping I lose. Try again.
And a little bit more compression. I like using the DBX 160 on rap vocals. To me, this should be sounding pretty good. Appreciate you breaking this mix down, G. Your template going nutty. Thank you, bro. It's been some years, working with this, bro. I don't know. I've been evolving over the years for sure. But it's really all just routing for real. And I do have a few things like, well, I'll go over that when I get there. But on everything, it's really like nothing on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't be nothing. It's just all routing for real. But yeah, I love using the DBX 160 on rap vocals. I don't know why, but it should just be sounding good, bro. I don't even know what the attack and release times are on this compressor, but that should be sounding good, bro. Like, y'all should try it for real.
I know you hoping I lose. Try again. I know you hoping I lose. Try again. I know you hoping I lose. Try again. I know you hoping I lose. Try again.
Very subtle, nothing too crazy. I ain't using a whole lot of compression for real, but when you see these lights change, that means there's some compression going on. I don't know, the meter not really moving, but it sounds different. So that's where I ended up at. And CLA vocals, I'll be using this a lot on ad-libs and background vocals, but I really just be using the effects. I don't really even use the EQ or the compression or parallel compression or whatever this is happening right here. Does the DBX add color, bro? It probably do for real. It should if it doesn't. Random the one. Appreciate you for the follow, gang. What's happening? We just going over a mix. This mix won a mix competition, so for the homies, we going over it. I was lost for a second. But all I did is use this reverb a little bit on the effects. Dang, what's going on? Hey, thank you for the bit, bro. Or sis, or them, or they. Damn. Thank you. Just thank you. I appreciate you. We just use a little bit of this reverb on here. Just getting in from work, looking for more music-related channels. Hey, you found the right one. On Sunday, we do music reviews, and we listen to everybody's music, and we react to stuff going on, like, in the culture and stuff, I guess. But we mostly listening to people's music and give feedback and stuff like that. So if you make music, or if your homies make music, tell them to come through, or you come through. But today, we're just going over a mix. We're doing a little mix breakdown. So I'll A-B that right quick. I mean, I think everybody has heard the reverb in here, but we'll just A-B it real quick.
I know you hoping I lose. Try again. I know you hoping I lose. Try again. I know you hoping I lose. Try again.
It's literally it. Especially when I'm going fast, like, I don't know, bro. I could just pull this up and just try out these little 3 reverbs real quick, put some effects on some ad-libs and some background vocals, and just be like, let's go. You feel me? People be wanting stuff so quick anyway, so it's like, here you go. You know, and it works. Like, this just be working on ad-libs for me. But then I'm using this doubler, just the basic. This is the basic default doubler without the EQ because I don't know. I just don't like it sometimes. But sometimes I do like it. But I just zeroed that out. And then some EQ on that doubler, and that's it. And then
I know you hoping I lose.
Just getting the level right for that, and then we got a delay on here.
I know you hoping I lose. Try again.
So that's the delay on there, just for a little space stuff. Just kind of helps sit it back a little bit. Got some EQ before it, basic mod delay. Again, this mix was happening kind of fast, so I was like, we're just gonna use some stock stuff and just go crazy real quick. But also, this delay just does what a delay needs to do, so I'll be using it all the time. And then it's Arteria. I was actually just experimenting. I just wanted to find something interesting and different and just play around. So I just pulled this up and started messing with it. Let me turn this up so y'all can hear that.
I know you're hoping I lose. Try again. I know you're hoping I lose. Try again. I know you're hoping I lose.
Just a little reverb on there, nothing too crazy. And little high pass and low pass filter on there. That's it right there. I did not use the reverb here. And that's what we got for those vocals. And real quick, we're gonna go over the vocal bus. So on the lead vocals, I'm using the DBX 160 again from Waves. So let me go here. And let's just go to this verse. And we'll do that.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
Feel me? Just like compression, you know what I'm saying? Little vibes. This be sounding so good. Like y'all gotta try the DBX 160 on rap vocals, man. It just works, bro. It just be sounding good. Now this is like my final EQ, or I don't know. Sometimes it'd be another one, but in this case it was just this one. And just overall shaping all of the lead vocals from the verse and the hook and the intro outro as well, but kind of just finalizing all of that together. And I'm just relaxing. This is usually not as crazy as what this is. It's usually pretty subtle, but I don't know. This is just where I ended up, and this is what sounded good to me. So just relaxing some of this energy going on right here. In this case, I am doing some like dynamic EQ compression on this frequency, but I'm also boosting it as well. Like I'm doing -60. I didn't even know that this was matched. I don't know. That's kind of crazy, but I'm just doing -0.6 dB of compression, but I'm boosting as well, 0.6. So it's like a controlled, subtle boost, because I still want that body down there. I don't want it to be thin. I want him to still have like that, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That chest, like my chest out. I'm like, I'm here. I do this. But I don't want it to be too much. You feel me? So that's it's very subtle. That's what I'm doing there. And then there's still there was something going on here that I just wanted to relax a little bit, real subtle stuff. And then there was a frequency here that was still kind of just doing a little much for me. So I'm pulling that out. But we'll A/B this and we'll kind of listen to some of these things and see what it sounded like. Kiernan, what's happening? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for coming through and tapping in, man. That song you sent me was fire, bro. But like I was like, yo, bro, going crazy on this hook. Shit was crazy. Let's A/B this real quick.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting.
So we'll listen to whatever this frequency is right here.
Get on my knees. Like lions got.
Yeah, that was a little much.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray.
Oh,
on my knees and I pray.
Didn't mean to do that.
What? They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
Just relaxing that a little bit.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. What?
There's like a fine line to me between that woofiness, but some of it is like needed for that just like, I don't know, commanding the stage energy, and like I got that bass in my voice type shit, you know, say it with your chest type shit, you know. So I'd be like, yeah, I'll be trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, yeah. And then it's just a little bit of presence and brightness, and there's a little bit of a slight expansion on the top end.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah,
0.25 dB.
They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions.
Just ever so slightly, just for a little of that extra just energy up there. Am said, love that you turn the analyzer off on a Pro Q3. Great way to use your ears versus looking at facts, bro. Facts. Every time I have to turn, bro. I turn all the analyzers off, bro. And even on I got this from Jesse Ray Ernster. He'll pull up the force quit window and say, for example, if I'm compressing, he'll put it over this so he can't see the meter move when he's compressing. And I've started doing that as well. And that should be helping, bro. Because it's like I'm going for a sound and the meters be tricking me. You know what I'm saying? It's like making me think I'm hearing something that I'm not hearing. So I'm like, I don't know. It just puts me in a weird space sometimes. So I be doing that a lot as well. But I definitely turn off the analyzers on all the EQs. Even when I be using this R channel, it got an analyzer on it. I keep that turned off. On the Renaissance EQ, they got one now. Turn all of that stuff off, bro. Like, using your ears is key, bro. That's major key. And then sometimes I be like, man, I wish Soothe would turn this thing off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I wouldn't be able to see the dips. Like,
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees
because
and
sometimes that shit be fucking with me too. I be like, damn, I wish I could just turn all of that off. Just like, let me listen. You feel me? But anyway, then I'm using a little bit of Soothe. I don't always use Soothe on lead vocals, but this is actually one of the things that is always on my template. Like, this will be right here in this spot and it'll be inactive. Like how this Ozone Imager is inactive right here and this is inactive right here. Like, on my template, this Soothe is always here on the lead vocal aux, and this S1 Imager is always here. This is always here. This actually is usually right here, but I just moved it right here and used it on this mix right there. I didn't use the Ozone one because I don't know, I just didn't use it. But those are the only things that be on my template. This Pro Q3 be here, but that's only because I got these Aural Tone. I literally have a preset on here for me to actually look at the analyzer if I need to for some reason, but everything else has the analyzer off. But it's like Aural-Tone, kind of simulated situations. I just listen through the mix in those to make sure it's not sounding crazy. And then I listen to just, these different frequency ranges, and kind of see if anything is crazy. In my room, there's always too much for me, like in this area. Like there's probably like a bump in my room in this area. So this is one of the areas that I check a lot to make sure that stuff not sounding crazy in that range. And then everything else is just stuff on the master fader. And there's this little tester track that I might show y'all later. But it's, got plug-in doctor on there, EQ, curve analyzer. Just when I'm trying to be a nerd or something, I guess. Anyway, back to this right here. So Soothe, I'm just putting a little Soothe on there. I don't always use this because to me sometimes it feels like it takes some character and some texture and some vibe away from the vocal. But in this case, I felt like I needed it and it was useful for me, so I A/B that.
get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
So that's that right there. And then, a little NLS channel, little character. So some of that Soothe is taking away a little bit of that. Trying to add a little bit of that vibe back right here.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been...
Just a little bit, 0.8 right there. And then we got a little limiting going on here just to keep everything in check.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what?
Some of this is kind of crazy. This is actually much more than I thought that I was limiting, but I didn't hear it, so we just went with it. And this did happen kind of quick, so that's just where things ended up. Also, on the effects, I'm just spreading that out a little bit of space for the lead vocal.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what?
And that's all the vocal effects. That's my delay throws. That is all of these delays and reverbs and doublers and all of these as well. All vocal effects will go to this aux, and sometimes I spread it out a little bit. So that is all of the vocal stuff. Anybody got any questions, anything I need to go over again, or y'all want to see again, or whatever the case might be? Let me go back, make sure I'm not missing nothing. All right, so now we gonna go to the music, because that's probably the next place that I would have went, and we'll solo that. Let's see. Let's just loop right here. So off rip, I was like, okay, there's this sample. It's basically this sample the whole song. I mean, the beginning sample is a little different. And then there's that at the end, but I was like, yeah, this all the same shit, whatever, fuck it. So I was like, I'm gonna just create a vibe or whatever for the whole thing. So I put this Abbey Road vinyl. This is literally just bullshitting. I ain't gonna lie. I noticed you use a few multi-mono on a few plugins on verb / the delay. Is that intentional for certain things you may process differently on the left and right channels? Ah, bro is looking. Wait, which one did I do that on? Did I do that on? Because I do that. I definitely do that. I don't know where I did it at though, but I'm glad you said something about that because I definitely do that. I usually do it on like background vocals, and I don't know where I did that at, but sometimes. Okay, here's one. Well, I don't think I did that for this plugin, but I do that sometimes. Oh damn, that's so interesting. I do it a lot on background vocals. Like I will slightly EQ the left side different than the right side, or slightly compress a little different on the left side and the right side. In this case, I actually kind of did something like that because I did it in parallel though. We'll get there. Like if you put this on dual mono, the left and the right channels are slightly different, and I did like just some parallel compression on the entire mix, which I rarely do, but for this song it felt like I needed to do that, or I just wanted to do that, and it kind of, I don't know, it does something. It's again one of those things that I'm trying to like figure out what people like about analog or what I like about analog, and yeah, sometimes I do that on purpose. I think this is actually, from what I remember, this is the only time I kinda did something like that on purpose, even though this is not like, you know, the dual mono thing up here, but this right here makes it so the left and right is different, and I like purposely did that, but I don't remember doing that specifically on this song, at least not intentionally. But I do that sometimes, yes, for sure. With effects as well, I do that. Like oftentimes on reverbs, I'll do it with the Pro Q3, and I'll EQ the left and right just a little bit differently, just in certain spots on a reverb or something. Just a little extra depth, a little extra, just sounds more interesting, I guess. Yeah. But also, I guess I kind of did. So the Abbey Road, if y'all didn't know this, it does different stuff with the left and right as well. So once I A/B this, it'll kind of sound like you'll hear that effect. I'll just A/B it real quick and you'll hear that effect. Like it does something to the left and right. Like this is what I use this. I'll just show y'all this. This is what I use this for. I know this looks kind of crazy, but this is the EQ curve of this plugin. And yeah, I know this looks crazy, but it doesn't matter. It's how it sounds, I guess. So this is apparently what this plugin is doing, but you see how the left and right is different? Like, I forget the green and the blue. I don't remember which one is left and right, but the EQ is different. So it's kind of doing this interesting kind of spatial thing, and it's doing a weird EQ as well, but it's also giving me some like color and some vibe. So there's that. And so y'all seen that interesting dip that it was doing. I guess I was missing some of that energy, so I'm EQing that back with Spectre. I guess I need to talk about this plugin a little bit more. I actually didn't really do that much with this, but it's just cool, man. Like, y'all should check out these plugins. This one, the J37 tape, the Kramer tape. These things got vibes or something, you know. Goodness gracious, I just, you know, experiment with those, have some fun. But yep, then we got a little EQ. Everybody uses Spectre. If you're not using the Spectre, you sleep. And then we got some micro shift on there, 9%. That's where we are with these things. I like to keep these things off though, anyway, but that's what the numbers were. extra space. This right here, I'm actually side chaining to the lead vocal. So let me bring the lead vocals back up.
Praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all they calls. I'm praying for all my success.
You see that little bit of movement right here? It moves, I guess, when it needs to. It's not like...
Praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all they calls. I'm praying for all my success. I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my friends. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall.
And it's only in the middle, just keeping that middle nice and tight and right for that vocal to sit through. And then that, to me, I felt like this was kind of not a ethereal choir kind of thing, but I'm like, this is cool, and I kind of want this to just be on the sides and kind of engulf the vocal a little bit. So this kind of helped me do that a little better. Also using this, did that, and you know, that's micro shift as well. All of these, you know, doing a little bit. And then there's like certain parts where I automate this filter to, you know, be a high pass filter on the whole music. Let's see where. So right here.
Got a degree or a suit and he claimed me a businessman. I know somebody that stay at the tailor and shift generations. Unlike them, I'm choosing to use it for good. Anytime they putting me on a pedestal, I say, hold on, let's get this understood.
Yep, so that's really all that is there for. And that is the music. And then specifically on some of these channels, let me go, like, we'll just loop this right here.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly.
So this is the main sample. Just, I guess there was just this area right here that was a little much. Yo, finally got in here. My phone wasn't letting me download Twitch. I wanted to ask if you could show your first vocal EQ again. I joined late. Okay, for sure. I got you. Are you Luke? Is this Luke? I did see you had messaged me, but I think I was in the zone. Okay, yeah, bet. This is Luke for sure. Yeah, we could definitely do that. We can do whatever y'all want. I ain't gonna lie, just whatever. I'm here. But yeah, I'm just using this real quick to, yes sir, that's me, Betty. To relax this little area. Maybe it was just something popping out. Let's see what this was. Does anybody know how to do it? Does anybody know how to, when you use the Pro Q3, oh, you hold down Alt. There we go. Just figured it out.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all they calls. I'm praying.
I guess that was a little much for me, so I was trying to relax that area right there and a little EQ right here.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone.
Relaxing that 300 right there. And then this is the outro. I believe it's the outro sample. Just... I think I just wanted to bring kind of like that bass vibe out a little bit more, but I was like, this ain't really that important, and niggas probably not even gonna listen to that shit for real. So, but I just wanted a little more, and that's more of that. So I just boosted at 70 a little bit right there, and then on the riser, we just S1 imager, still on the S1 imager. Oops. Just widened a little bit. That's really it. But we are going to go back to this vocal real quick for Luke. So we'll go from the beginning to the end real quick. So first things first, right? It's just a little high pass filter. There was this frequency right here that was going a little crazy. Let's go to somewhere where like the vocal is playing. We'll do like here, and we'll start like there.
Get on my knees and I pray.
Oops.
I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? It's like they've been fasting for days.
Relax that. Then a little RC20 just for a little vibe, a little bit of noise, a little bit of wobble. Then we got the Pro Q3. There was a lot of stuff going on down here, so I had to add another high pass filter to relax some of this boominess and some of these frequencies here.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, yeah. They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lambs got lit out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly waiting
got
on my
some
rise to place all
compression.
their calls. I'm praying for all my success. I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my friends. I'm praying
We
for
got
get on my knees and I pray. I
Devil
get on my
lock.
knees and I pray.
That's like a real quick do this.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall.
A little dip right here at 500 or a sizable dip. I don't really know how much this is. I don't know if this is exactly 2.8 dB. I don't know. But just whatever sounds good. A little boost right here. Then, you know, a little SSL vibe.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what?
Got the EQ.
They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall.
Compression.
I'm praying for everyone quietly waiting on my rise to place all their calls. I'm praying for all my success. I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my friends. I'm praying for
vibe, and I'll A/B this parallel for you. It's just the vitalizer, a little drive, max out the process and the compression, and just vibing. But we'll mute this for you real quick. We'll do something like that. Oh, I don't know if I showed this, but okay. I don't know if I showed this earlier actually, but on the parallel, I just high pass some of this and relax some of that like boominess, whatever. And then it was a little too crispy and harsh right here, so just subtly relax that as well and blended it back in. But we'll A/B that.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days.
That is the vocal chain. I don't have a vocal chain actually. Should just be different every time. But there are things that I like, and I don't know, I just be trying to discover shit sometimes. That is the vocals, and we did the music, and now we'll do the drums. And actually we'll do the kick and the bass real quick. Let's go right here. So we got some. Let's go right here for the kick as well and the bass. So again, I got this from, well, I don't know if I said, but I got this from Jason Joshua. So I've done a little bit of a dip right here, so the transient of the kick can kind of punch through. Got that from him. I don't know if y'all know about that or do that. I don't always do that, but in this case, I did not like if I, oh damn, if I go like, what the hell? Let me take this group off. All right, if I go like this, because I playlisted it or whatever, if I go like that, to me, like that kick punches through a little bit more, and that transient is much more pronounced. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Sounds dope. Most definitely, bro. Appreciate you. I'm glad that you know, found the time to come through. Very grateful. So that's what I did right there. Just clip gain. Did that where all the kicks hit, and that is that. And then I also used this as a side chain. So I duplicated the kick and I made it this I don't know, this no color track or black or whatever, so that I know it's not the main kick that I'm actually using. And it's just to side chain, like it's going to the side chain thing, and I'm side chaining it to the 808. And yeah, that's what we're gonna get there though. But I've done it this way because I can nudge it a little bit to the left if I need to, like if it's not quick enough, because this soothe is like pretty fast, but sometimes it could just be a little bit more accurate, I guess, or something. So I don't want to hear the side chain. I just want it to I want it to sound like this shit is just meant to be, you know. It's like a match made in heaven type shit, and I don't want to hear it at all, because I feel like if I can't hear it, then hopefully nobody else can hear it. So I did that. You like the clip game more than side chaining? I'm like, okay, yeah. Well, it depends. I usually try the clip game first before the side chaining, because it still has that same, or it has a similar effect than of like, it depends, you know what I'm saying? It just depends for real. But in rap, sometimes they like that flub, you know, that weird thing that happens when the kick and the 808 is hitting at the same time, it has a sound. You know what I'm saying? And for me, sometimes just turning down that transient of the 808 just a little bit with the clip gain still allows me to get what I like out of the kick and what they like out of that thing that happens, you know? So then I won't sidechain it. I'll just do that, and I'll do like a little bit of EQ or something. But in this case, I was like, we're going this route. So I did both. Yeah. All right. So for the kick, let's just mute the 808, and let's loop that. So this kick, I ain't gonna cap, this kick was kind of boring to me. So I kind of went a little OD, but I put the black box on there. A little Pultec EQ. I honestly like using this more for the top end. I know a lot of people use it for the low end, and I did use it for the low end in this case, but I usually boost the top end with this. I'll go somewhere from like 3 to 8 or something, sometimes 10 as well, and I'll boost the top end a lot just to get that clickiness or something up there. That's what I like using it for, and it has some type of just its own vibe and character, and I like using it for that as well. But in this case, I did boost some 100 on this as well, because to me this kick needed it. So baby steps, baby steps. This is like still my favorite transient designer. This is just the go-to. I don't know. Like I've tried what's the one that Oak Sound makes? Spiff. I've tried Spiff. I've tried the new one that Slate Digital came out with. I don't know. I've tried a few of them, but this one right here just be working. And this is real subtle. I didn't do nothing too crazy. It's a little more punch. And then the R bass. We gotta make it thump. What did I use this for? I don't know. Okay, I'm boosting some 1.4K. It's just something about these SSL plugins to me on drums. Sometimes I'll use the compression as well. They got a cool sound on drums. So I think I may have been using this because I was like, I'm gonna use the EQ and I might use a little bit of compression on it just for the sound of it, but I didn't. Did you end up automating the R bass at all? I actually don't think I did. I really don't think I did at all. Nah. I did not automate it at all. But question, would you automate the R bass? What would you automate the R bass for? Would you do it because like it'll be less R bass when the kick and the 808 is playing, and like more at the end when the kick is playing by itself? Like, I'm just wondering. That's an interesting thought. You asking all the cool questions, bro. Shout out to you. But yeah, just the R bass on there, and then SSL. There's also a level boost right here. If you boost sound into like this area, it starts giving you some harmonics. So I probably did that as well, but then I boosted this 1.4 right here too. And then I'm just using this, kind of tightening it up. There was a little bit too much stuff going on down there. Pulling out this little frequency. Oh yeah, I remember this frequency was annoying the hell out of me when I first. I think this might have been the first thing I did actually, is put this EQ on and just take this frequency out. Hey, that one, I don't know. It was something about that. I just remember that and I was like, what is this? Relax. I asked because your note on the comments, I have done that in areas where the bass isn't there and the kick needs more weight on the low end. Oh, dang. Oh, facts. I did write that. I might need to automate the R bass when the 808. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I think I did want to have more like punch or something when the kick wasn't playing. I mean, when the 808 wasn't playing at the end. but I didn't do it. I just was like, I ain't gonna lie. I just was like, we just gonna sit in it like this. Like, I probably should have did that though, so the kick could hit harder. But yeah, I do be doing that. I be using the comments for notes and for naming stuff. Even this right here, turn on the noise and silent spots, like just to remind myself to do stuff because, I don't know. You can get in that creative bag and like, I even got this right here. This is on my template. So this is like, I don't know if y'all can see this. I don't know if my face is in the way. Damn, my face might be in the way. That sucks. Sorry. But basically on my master fader, it says feel, emotion, energy, personality, heart, soul, body, movement. Um, just to remind myself to like not get so technical and just think about it. This is music and this is feeling. So I have that on my template as well on that. But yeah, so that's what we got going on in Pro Q3. I'll A/B that real quick. These are the frequencies. Just very, very, just nice little cleanup stuff right there. And then we got a little parallel going on. Okay, I was like, damn, shit going crazy. Here we go. Let's actually do that. So that's that. We coming with the black box again. I think I just went super maxed out on this one. Literally just turned everything all the way up. Said fuck it. And did that. And we got some compression. So I guess we could actually, even though I do this in context, like I'll do this with the main kick playing, but I'll play it like this. Oh God, I'm so sorry. That was probably loud as fuck. Well, we're getting a lot of level from that right there. So but now we getting that punch and that like that SSL compression thing that it just does with drums so well to me. And then just some EQ. So we'll bring that back to its normal level. Do that. Just blending that in ever so slightly. And that is, I like to do my parallels like this most of the time just to make it the new signal, I guess, and like process all of it together in that next channel over. So that's how I did that. Also, we're gonna get to this in the drum bus, but we got some stuff, a little bit of things going on there. So the 808, our bass again. Our bass just be, man, it's quick and it just does what I need it to do. So I guess for this one we could, if y'all want, we could go just to the 808. Just some of that low down there, and then just cleaning up a little bit of stuff, giving a little more presence to that 808 right here, but cleaning up a little bit of whatever this is. A little honky sounding, just relaxing that, giving that space for the vocal as well. You are bass the fundamental, right? I do not. Well, I might be. I'm just doing it by ear and by feel for real. Like, that's really it. Maybe I should, but I did not. I did not. This right here is side chaining to the 808. So I guess let me play like this part. My motherfucking delay shit is on, so that shit is way off, but you know what's going on. it's just a little bit cleaner, you know what I'm saying? A little bit more pronounced with that kick coming through. And then we got a little 808 parallel going on here. This is actually my first time using this SSL saturator plugin, but it just felt like a fun experiment. So we'll put this pre-fader and let me go here. A little bit of that, some LA2A compression. And then some EQ, because I'm just really trying to get this area, you know what I'm saying? This area, give me some aggression, some personality, some vibe to this 808. And yeah, part of it is kind of to cut through on speakers, but I don't know. I really don't be worrying about that as much anymore. Maybe I should, but it just kind of happens all the time these days. I guess everybody just be distorting the hell out of 808s, so it's not like a thing that I have to worry about as much. But I don't know. It just felt like it needed this for me, so that's what we did. And yeah. The frequencies that we are at. I like using this LA2A sometimes, like on these 808s, because it gives me that little pop, you know what I'm saying? Like it just, I don't know, the attack on it just gives me that pop that I want. Oops, and that transient of the 808. So use that, and then we'll play this out AB. So this is without the parallel. Just gives me a little bit more presence. That's really it. That is where we are for the drums, and then this part is a little different than what I normally would do, but it just, I don't know, it just happened. So prepare yourself. I don't know if this is gonna be loud or quiet. Okay, it's quieter. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. For some reason, when I did everything that I did, the kick wasn't hitting the way I wanted to hit. It wasn't like, the level wasn't right. So I had this compressor on, and I just started turning the kick up into the compressor. And this is like more compression than I would normally use, but I liked the sound of it, and it just kind of worked out. Like, it does get lower, but I don't know. This just needed to happen to me for what I was hearing at the time. So that's all that is. Just, the attack on 30.1 for the release. Thresholds here, and I turned it all the way down because when I turned the kick up, like the kick was mad loud, and the balance was weird. So I'm turning this down to try to, compensate. Ratio at 3, and that's where we at with that. And then I'm just trying to relax a little bit of that low end sub stuff, a little bit. It's very subtle. A little boost right here. Yeah, that's really it. All right, drums. Let's go here. Where we at? Let's go to like here. Let's do that loop. I mean, this was pretty straightforward. These drums sounded pretty fine to me. So I'm like, I don't got to do too much here. We're just going to keep this real simple. Little high pass, a little low pass. And I'm low passing really, so I'm actually going to do this with the vocal because this is how I kind of go about it. So
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone.
So there's a level that feels right for the clap on the snare or whatever for me, but in this case it depends on, it's song dependent, but I want that clap to still like be what it needs to be, like whether it's snappy or whatever, at least to my ear. But I don't want it to be overpowering the vocal. I kind of want it to be a little bit behind the vocal or kind of like tucked in a way. So that's what a little bit of this low pass is for, and then a little bit of this shelf on the top is for, and some of the compression as well, but it's kind of like shaping that envelope of the sound. And damn, 0.1 of a boost right here is interesting at 3.51K, and then taking out just a little bit of this. It was a little too chunky for me as well. That kind of helped for me to sit it back behind the vocal, but still have it be like what the clap needs to be. You know what I'm saying? So, oh goodness. So I'll A-B that.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly waiting on my. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for.
Yeah, I just bust those together, sent them to this bus right here. So that clap and that snare is just being processed the same. And yeah, there's a little bit of compression here. That's really it there. And then we'll go to this other snare.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for every.
Same type of thing, kind of just like tucking that back a little bit so that lead vocal can be present and command the stage or the attention. So I'm high passing a decent amount on that one. That's interesting. And you know, a little shelf on the top, boosting. I want making this a little chunkier at 660 hertz. There we go. Taking out some, or turning down some 350. A little shelf at 120. A little bit of compression. You know, yeah.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly waiting on my.
Just kind of tucks it back there. You know what I'm saying? I left the pan in what it is. I didn't even bother. I was like, it's cool to me. Lo-fi. I don't know. I just be putting lo-fi on hi-hats. I feel like we all do.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly waiting on my.
Just, you know, decreasing the sample rate a little bit, but then using the anti-alias to bring it back some. So that, like, I don't know, sometimes these hi-hats be, you know, kind of piercing on the ear a little bit. So I start with this and relax some of that top end and like bring it back to where it sounds fine to me, but it still has that energy, and add a little distortion for, you know, that character, that texture, that hype. But still there was this little frequency right here that was bothering me.
I'm praying for all of my enemies,
Like,
praying for everyone, hoping I fall.
This might have been a case where I used.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly waiting on my.
Yeah, just that little area was a little annoying to me. So I just wanted to relax that a little bit, and, you know, high pass a little bit, low pass a little bit.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for.
That is that, and then we got this open hat.
I'm praying for all of my enemies.
Just a little low pass on there. I think that is it. Just relaxing that. Let's, you know, tuck that in the pocket. Let it be where it needs to be, you know.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly waiting on my.
Yeah, you know, all feel, all vibes. And on the last, I was using R-bass a lot on this mix. It's interesting. On the last, where is this? The feel thing right here. I sent the crash and the feel to this little bus. Just put some R-bass on it. I just wanted a little bit of weight on it, a little bit of body, a little vibe, a little warmth, a little texture, whatever. So a little personality on it. That's all. And so I added that. What else we got? I think that is the most. Oh, there's an imager on the percussion. So on all the, not the clap, not this clap and snare, but everything else is sent to this like percussion bus right here. This is a little imager on that, just to make a little space for everything else that's gonna be in the center. And then before I get to this mix bus, I'm gonna go over the effects real quick, and then we're gonna go over some of like the chops and everything like that. And then, you know, we're gonna be outie 530. And, you know, if anytime y'all niggas got questions or whatever I can do, just let me know. So we'll turn this on and we'll go to the effects. So I just make these effects or whatever, and I drag up parts of the vocal and I just put them here and whatever, and I name them what they are right here. And that's kind of how I go about doing that. So let's go. So, you know, this is reverbs. A lot of this stuff is super simple because I did it really kind of fast. There's a little bit of a delay inside this reverb, I guess. Yeah. And it's just your regular deverb on the hall. It's pretty much stock. I just changed the decay. And on this one, I did boost the sides a decent amount on the tape setting, and then boosted this area right here. I don't know, it just sounded cool. It just sounds cooler, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just use that on effects because it just makes it sound cooler. Like, literally, that's it. And then EQ'd it. I guess we could do something like this, huh? So that's what it kind of sound like, and then we put the spectre on it. All right, and then we EQ with our channel. Now it's like tucked in the mix, and it's the frequencies that are needed or whatever in there. And then we got the S1 imager. I guess I can do something like this too, so we could just go through all of that like that, and just widening it out a little bit. There we go. This is actually the same thing. It's the same as the one up top. I think I just needed another one so I could put another track of something there. Yeah, these kind of overlapped, so I just duplicated it so they wouldn't mess up what I was trying to do. All right, where is the next effect? This. That's that. Just pan that around, you know, a little high pass, low pass, a little altar boy. I guess we could do this.
I know you hoping I lose.
Oops.
You hoping I lose.
I actually automated this. I like using this just because it's a one knob thing, and I can easily use this one knob to pan stuff around, and you also can kind of like do some cool saturation stuff really quickly if you want to. I didn't on this one, but you could like do these different styles and kind of change up the sound real quick. So I like using that just to automate stuff sometimes. So that's what I did there. I guess we can do that, but that's here. And then a little low pass, boosting some of these, boosting some almost 6K, boosting some 1.5K, taking away some 150. Yup. And then our channel. Yeah, just tucking that thing in there a little bit, right? And then let's see what this is. Simple delay, just Echo Boy. All of these delays, I believe, are pretty much the same after this. They're just different times. Just max out the saturation, telephone. That's pretty much it. And then they might be EQ'd slightly differently. This is the EQs for these right here. But I literally think all of these are exactly the same. Yep. They're all just different times. This one I put a reverb on it, and it's a mono one. Let me see where we are. And then I'm using Panman again. This one is just going back and forth like how it, you know, is supposed to do, I guess. And yep, just a little reverb on there on the room one on the deverb, but same EQ. So just moving fast, trying to do what needs to be done. Oh, I sometimes use this compressor too on here just to keep that delay tucked in. Damn, that's so clutch because automating stereo pan is the worst. Facts, bruh. Big facts. I hate that. And it's so annoying. Like, it's annoying as hell. I use that. There's 2 other plugins I use as well. I use Relay by Isotope, and I'll use this to pan because it's just one knob. But I don't know. I just like the knob better. But that's a slider, I guess, technically, or whatever. I don't know. Or I'll use there's something else that I would use sometimes. Sometimes I use S1 Imager. Yeah, I'll use the S1 Imager and I'll just do that. But lately I've just been using Panman and I just like it better. But yeah, and then the last one is this right here. Again, similar. This one is a little slightly different on the delay. It's the master tape setting, but you know, y'all know Echo Boy. Echo Boy is lit. This one's just panning, a little decapitator on it, just dustying it up, dirtying it up a little bit, a little different EQ. That's pretty much it for the delays. And then I put the vitalizer on there just to spread it out a little bit. And the vitalizer also has its own like grit and saturation. So we'll just do like something like this. Very subtle stuff, but yeah. I feel like I did something else on one of these mono delays. I think I put a doubler on it. Oh yeah, I put a doubler on it because I just wanted a little more spatial information. It just sounded too mono. So I was like, let me just slap this doubler on here and turn up or turn down the size a little bit or whatever, kind of have it level how I need it to be. That's literally it for the effects. And you know, I guess it's just about doing your thing and like tastefully putting them where you want them to be, you know, like that's really all that is. Let's go to the mix bus real quick. Now, I am not a mastering engineer. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I be trying to make it work, you feel me? I'm getting better every day. I'm working on it. So let's just loop like place where the kick and everything is playing, like maybe here.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call. I'm praying for all my success, I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my...
So little color, little vibe, little saturation. There may be some kind of compression going on in here. Not 100% sure. This is another plugin from Analog Obsession. Shit's fire, bro. Y'all need to check out Analog Obsession if y'all have not. They got some good stuff. But I'm boosting some 40K, some 7K a little bit, boosting some 40. Just, I don't know. It just sounded good. So that's what I did.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call.
That's that. And then there's this limiter right here that is, well, it was free. I don't know if it's still free, but I use this from Cornif Audio. Oh, I actually need to go over this parallel mix bus thing too. I forgot about that. Let me just mute that so I don't forget it. But on this, I used, so I'll A/B this real quick.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call.
So this, like these different EQ tones, like it gives you lifts. Like it's basically an EQ. I don't know what frequency this lifts at. Keen was heading it. I don't know what frequency this lifts at, but in this case, I liked this, and so I went with it. And the input shape, I went with round, but they got punchy, bypassed. Round just sounded good to me. We'll kind of just quickly go through a couple of these and, you know, see what we think.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call.
Right here, that low end come up.
Success, I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my friends, I'm praying for my... I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying
like
for
a smiley
everyone,
face.
hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call.
But that's that. I feel like for me, a lot of times, I actually really like this limiter, mainly because a lot of times when I'm done with my mixes, I be like, this shit could be brighter. Like, I know that's going to be a note for the client. It's like, could it be a little bit brighter? You know? So I'd be like, this just works so perfectly for me because I like the frequency that it does it on. and I could just literally put it on. Sometimes I don't even use the limiter. I just put the shit on and I just fucking use the bright, and we up there. And we'll play these different input types right here.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call. I'm praying.
I don't know. I like the round.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying.
That's where I'm limiting at, just some slight, you know, something subtle. And then here we going with the ozone. I usually don't do this much, but for this, damn, just got noisy in this motherfucker. But for this specific song, this is what I felt it was needed, you know. So we got a little bit of compression with the vintage compressor from Ozone.
I'm praying.
Let me turn these off. Now we lower.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call. I'm praying.
A little bit of compression, and then let's go to the vintage limiter.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call. I'm praying for all my success, I'm praying that all of my problems.
All I'm attempting to do here is get this loud, but still maintain the things that I like about my mix, the dynamics, the personality, the character, the vibe, all of that stuff. So I'm kind of small steps trying to do it, but this is just where I'm at right now. This for sure is probably gonna change mad soon, especially now that I just learned a bunch of shit from Yokanon. I'm like, yo, I'm finna be experimenting. So, but this is what I did on this mix.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call.
And we go on that, and then we just hitting it with the maximizer, going crazy. This might be loud, so you know, well, louder. So you know, relax your levels real quick.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call. I'm praying for all my success, I'm praying that all of my problems get solved.
That's that. Oh, also on the 2-track, I forgot to tell y'all this. I'm all over the place. I just did a little bit of overall compression on the entire beat, like on the entire 2-track beat, I guess. Like all of the music combined.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call.
It's another one of those things where the meter's not moving, but it just kind of tucks it a little bit so that vocal can really stand in the place that I want it to, you know, be at. And then we're doing some parallel mixed bus processing, which is something that I rarely ever do, but I did it on this one. It sounds so controlled but dynamic at the same time. Thank you, bro. I'll be trying, bro. I'll be trying. I appreciate you, bro. So right here, this is, you know, the API to 2500. I just compressed it.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying.
I actually didn't compress it as much as I thought I did, but this is what we ended up with.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call. I'm praying.
This is what the parallel is. We'll just turn this up real quick so y'all can hear that, and we'll mute this, and we'll do this.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise, the place all they call. I'm praying.
Compression there, and the NLS. So this is one of those situations. AM was talking about this earlier. This is one of those situations where I did something with the left and right on purpose, because blending this in with the original signal, it kind of just gave me this cool, I don't know, vibe, feel thing. What made you want to use parallel compression? So what made me want to use parallel compression in this case was I wanted the song to be louder. And so this was my attempt at trying to find a way to do that. But I still wanted to maintain my dynamics of how the song felt to me. I also, once I started doing the parallel compression on the entire mix, I was like, oh, this is kind of adding a cool character and a little flavor. So that's when I added the NLS channel and drove it a little bit. And I was like, okay, this is adding to the sound in a cool way, and I like what this is doing. And then, yeah, it was honestly mostly for trying to get it louder. and to get a little more of that like hype and that energy out of it, but not affect the dynamics that I had already, you know. So that's kind of the main idea. Also a little bit of just experimentation, you know. That was that too. So
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all they.
And I use this because it was a little bit too much of all of this going on in there, and it was making the entire mix like this was causing a problem. The vocals, what made you want to use parallel compression? When you say the vocals, what do you mean? Like parallel compression on the vocals, or parallel, or the dynamics of the vocals? Like I didn't want to affect the dynamics of the vocals. I don't know. Just clarifying. But this was kind of creating a problem, so I just relaxed that area and
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all they cause.
That muffliness, you know what I'm saying? It was affecting the clarity of the mix, or the mix bus in general. Oh yeah, I'm parallel. I did do a parallel on the vocals, but I'm doing a parallel on the entire mix, which is something that I literally rarely ever do. But for this mix, I tried it and I liked it, and so I just ran with it. So I'll A/B that real quick.
I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all they cause. I'm praying for all my success, I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of.
It kind of also, in a way, EQs the entire mix. Like it almost does an interesting smiley face on the entire mix, because like it's boosting like this as well. So it's like interesting. I don't know. I liked it. And I honestly might experiment with this a little bit more. But this was cool. Okay. I think that is it. The small little like details that I maybe kind of passed over quickly before we get to the drops is I do some automation. I did not do as much automation as I usually do for this song because it happened fast, but just these certain ad-libs, just automating certain stuff up, certain words, you know, just so stuff could be heard. That's actually one thing I think I could have turned the ad-libs up louder, actually, but just automating certain stuff on the entire bus right here, certain things. Yeah, there's sibilants and plosives and all that kind of stuff. Did that. And then on the lead, let's go here and there. Same thing. Usually this is a way more OD, but this was a quick one. So I just relied on compression and limiting and parallel stuff to make it where I wanted to sit. But still, it was certain things. To me, it's just certain things that a compressor doesn't do the way that I wanted to do it. So I still had to go through and like automate certain stuff and bring certain words up, bring certain words down. Certain like these little things right here, like it would be, to me, it would be a little OD to compress the entire song. So these two words can be the same level as everything else. Like now I'm killing and destroying the dynamics that he naturally has performed in how he raps. You feel me? So I want to preserve that. I just want to use the compression to bring it out more, you know? So I go as far as I can go to my ear on compression, and then I used volume automation for the rest. That's unlike you, Swole. You usually go crazy with the manual automation. I usually do, bro. I usually do. But this kind of like got me like, damn, maybe I don't need to do that anymore. Because this mix came together so much faster because I didn't have to do that, you know? Even though I kind of, like, at certain parts it got a little, this still isn't that crazy as it usually is, you know? It still isn't that crazy. But I just needed to detail certain, you know, parts or whatever. So that is that. Luke said, do you have a frequency analyzer you can put on the vocals? I know it's not good to visually mix. I'm just curious what the curve looks like. Okay, for sure. When you say a frequency analyzer, you mean like the Pro Q3? Like if I went to, let's just go right here and do this and do that. And then we can like Solo. Or do you mean like the curve, like the frequency analyzer curve kind of thing?
Unlike them, I'm choosing to use it for good. Anytime they putting me on a pedestal, I say, hold on, let's get this understood. I take the credit myself if I could. Truth is that I am forever indebted, raising the bar like no one ever said it. Who wouldn't want to go back to back, 16 tracks, no skips, one feature. Praying that I get to witness the day people stop the excuses. In fact, just keep them.
Pass analyzer.
I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quiet.
I thought I did have span. I guess. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I guess I did not. Like, I just got this Mac last year. I used to be on a PC, actually. So I must not have downloaded span because it's literally a part of my template to be right here. But apparently, this plugin cannot be made active because the plugin is not present in the plugins folder. So I don't have span, apparently. So now I'm going to have to go get that after the stream. You welcome, bro. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad to do it. Got a little noise going on there. You feel me? Good noise.
Unlike them, I'm choosing to use it for good. Anytime they putting me on a pedestal, I say, hold on.
You are welcome, my friend. You are welcome. Any questions, anything at any point, I got y'all. That's what I'm here for. So yeah, there's some automation there. I think that's really it for real. Like, that's really it. So now what we're gonna do is quickly go over these drops. And let me just close these folders. Okay. So
quietly wait on my rise to place all they calls. I'm praying for all my success. I'm praying that all of my problems get solved.
So just right here, subtle stuff, just taking our hi-hats and then, you know, these drums out. Just, I don't know. For me, all of this shit is just a feel, bro. I'm mad I missed Nam, bro. You should have came, bro. I had a +1 too, bro. You could have definitely came for the free ski. You feel me?
Rise to place all they calls. I'm praying for all my success. I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my friends. I'm praying for more wins for all of my dogs. I know somebody without a degree or a suit and he claim me a businessman.
And then, so, you know, we just taking out the 808 right here and then did a little verify vibe right here on this.
I know some.
And then also automated the one knob. Just ever so subtly. And then that was that one.
Questioning what they believing in. I know somebody that's judging my actions and claiming that they're a religious man.
Just subtle stuff. To me, this is like subtle shit just to keep that shit bouncing. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep me interested, keep me excited, keep me vibing. You know what I mean? Like,
questioning what they believing in. I know somebody that's judging my actions and claiming that they're a religious man.
Just subtle stuff.
Awesome, be quiet now. Hold on, let me cook. Hot like a pot on the stove.
This is the I don't know. This is one of the cool ones maybe, but all it is just I muted the beat right here.
Awesome, be quiet now. Hold on, let me cook. Hot like a pot on the stove.
And then just stuttered that clap and the snare, and the way this already the way this hat hit right here, I muted it right here, but the way it hit just added that extra like downbeat, you know what I'm saying, for that extra energy. And then we had the delay come in to like just make it even sweeter, I guess.
Harsh truths get revealed when you look. Awesome, be quiet now. Hold on, let me cook. Hot like a pot on the stove.
You feel me? Just vibes. You feel me? Just vibes.
Known that just how I go, that just how I go. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray.
Just vibes. You feel me? Like, to me, it's like this transition from the verse into the hook. It's like, ooh, okay, like, let's make it a moment. Like, let's make some moments in this song, you feel me? This should just be a feeling. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but, and it's all just simple stuff. Just verifying the end of this 808. Right there.
Go. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees.
And then making a snare roll right here with these snares that they already had, you feel me? And then bringing the hi-hats in a little earlier. And then you got the delays right here that kind of just work with it. We definitely going next year, but that's a fact. This Fire Tooth, hey, let's go. Bro is fire, bro. Thomas, he is fire. Like, he fire, bro. Like, nigga, it's insane. Like, this song hard. I'm gonna play the song from front to back at the end. That drop, thank you, bro. That drop was insane. I appreciate you, man. You're far too kind. But I'll play that real quick, and then we got the delays coming through. It's like, let's see.
Make it a lesson back then that I wouldn't have known. That just how I go, that just how I go. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees.
So one of these is panning. I think this one is the eighth note one is panning to the right and then coming to the left, and then there's this half note one that comes in and like, I don't know, it's kind of cool, you know, it's just a little vibe. And then we got
get on my knees and I pray. They treated me like I'm the prey.
So this was just muting the drums and the 808, but it was cool because this bass line is in the sample. That's kind of
get on my knees and I pray. They treated me like I'm the
like pops out a little bit. It just adds a little extra vibe to me. And then he whistles right here too, so there's a little reverb on that whistle, and the whistle is panned actually a little bit.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and
I did forget it. Some of these ad-libs are panned around a little bit. I forgot to tell y'all that, but y'all hear that.
Get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. They treated me like I'm the prey.
You feel me? I'm curious to hear what the other mixes to this song in the competition. Hey, bro, I don't know if Shane is gonna drop the the VOD on YouTube. That would be fire though if he did. I was low key trying to screen record the competition, but my fucking internet was fucking up, so it didn't work. But yeah, I hope I'm sure he probably got the video still, so I'm gonna ask him to see if he gonna drop it on YouTube or something like that. But it was some fire mixes, bro. Like, it was some fire mixes, dog. Like, shit was lit. It was very cool, actually.
Get on my knees and I pray. They treated me like I'm the prey.
And we reversed this one back, this 808, back up into here. Just to lead it in, you know.
They treated me like I'm the prey. Like lions got let out the cage.
Is that?
Shift generations, unlike them, I'm choosing to use it for good. Anytime they putting me on a pedestal, I say,
there's a little stutter right here with this clap and the snare, and then a little
use it for good. Anytime they putting me on a pedestal, I say, hold on.
A little low pass filter with the one knob. You feel me? Like, we just doing what we do. But you came out on top. Pause. That's hilarious. Is there a way we could listen? Oh yeah. Let's hop on a call sometime, bro. I got questions about LA. If you down for sure, bro, just hit me up. I'm down for sure. Just let me know. And then
one ever said it. Who wouldn't want to go back to back, 16 tracks, no skips, one feature. Praying that I.
So this one, there was this part where the kick. So I took that from this area right here.
Misunderstood. I take the credit myself if I.
So this, like, the way the kick in the 808 is like, this is one of the only places in this pattern where the kick in the 808, I don't know, it had like this thing. I don't even know how to explain it. But the kick hits and then the 808 hits, but they're not right on top of each other. So I was like, ooh, let me see what this would sound like if I chopped this part up, like copied it and moved it over here. And so that's what this area is, this kick and this 808. And
one ever said it. Who wouldn't want to go back to back, 16 tracks, no skips, one feature.
Because it's like, he says, who wouldn't want to go back to back? So it's like, oh, you're just telling me to go back to back. Like, all right, this is what we gonna do then. Like, I'm just listening to what he's saying and trying to find those moments, you know, to really like emphasize those moments. So that's what we did. And then we added a little, you know, little clap snare just to finish it off at the end of that.
One ever said it. Who wouldn't want to go back to back, 16 tracks, no skips, one feature. Praying that I get to witness the day people stop the excuses. In fact, just keep them. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray.
And there we go. You feel me? That's it. That's the last one. Just cutting out this area, letting the hi-hats roll it on in. Just a little clapping the snare. This one might have been a little OD. I probably did need to do this one, but hey, I was like, you know, fuck it. We just going crazy. I'd rather them tell me, all right, just take this one out or take these couple ones out than me not do it. And it's like, damn, what if they would have liked this extra drop? You feel me? So I just kept it in.
Back, just keep them. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Amen.
That's that. And the last thing towards the end, to me, it just felt like it was too many kicks on the outro. So I just took this kick out of the pattern. It just felt like the song wasn't about to end. And it's like, but the song is about to end. Like, it's obvious. Like, the shit is over. So, like, why is the kick still so, like, exciting right now? Like, right
wins for all of my dogs. I'm praying for the woman at the restaurant with an attitude. You know, I just wanted to see a menu. That's all.
Like, to me, that's just more calm versus...
Wins for all of my dogs. I'm praying for the woman at the restaurant with an attitude. You know, I just wanted to see a menu.
I don't know, I feel like another verse is about to come on or something. And I'm like, bro, let's relax that right there. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. And so I just did that. And that was pretty much it. Also, Sean was happening, was good. That's smart as fuck. Hey, thank you, bro. I'm trying to make it out here, man. That is it. That's the mix. We literally just wrapped it up, bro. That was the last part, but I appreciate you coming through, man. I'm gonna play the song from top to bottom, and you know, let's vibe.
One thing I'm noticing in this game is few people praying for you, and a lot of people praying on you. I feel like I'm protected though. Yeah, hey, yeah. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Yeah, what? They treated me like I'm the prey, like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all they cause. I'm praying for all my success, I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my friends, I'm praying for more wins for all of my dogs. I know somebody without a degree or a suit and he claim me a businessman. I know somebody that stay at the tailor in rooms and ain't having no business in. I know somebody that say they're a Christian and questioning what they believing in. I know somebody that judging my actions and claiming that they're a religious man. You never can judge a cover by the book. Harsh truths get revealed when you look. Also be quiet, now hold on, let me cook. Hot like a pot on the stove. Hot like the summers I drove with the car window down cause my AC was broke. Hot like my name when it's brought about all of this music I'm dropping, I know. I used to wonder how far I would be if I never did quit at like 10 years old. Imagine them seeds that I would've sown. Imagine them peas that I would've flown. They always gonna pray for you until you make it. A lesson back then that I wouldn't have known. That's just how I go, that's just how I go. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. They treated me like I'm the prey, like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all they cause. I'm praying for all my success, I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my friends, I'm praying for more wins for all of my dogs. I'm praying for all the less fortunate, cause I know growing up I had it good. Like who wouldn't wanna stand here while I stood? No too many didn't make it out of the hood. I got the power to shift generations. Unlike them, I'm choosing to use it for good. Anytime they putting me on a pedestal, I say, hold on, let's get this understood. I take the credit myself if I could. Truth is that I am forever indebted. Raising the bar like no one ever said it. Who wouldn't want to go back to back, 16 tracks, no skills, one feature. Praying that I get to witness the day people stop the excuses. In fact, just keep them. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. I get on my knees and I pray. Amen. They treated me like I'm the prey, like lions got let out the cage. It's like they've been fasting for days. I'm praying for all of my enemies, praying for everyone, hoping I fall. I'm praying for everyone quietly, waiting on my rise to place all they cause. I'm praying for all my success, I'm praying that all of my problems get solved. I'm praying for all of my friends, I'm praying for more wins for all of my dogs. I'm praying for the woman at the restaurant with an attitude. You know, I just wanted to see a menu. That's all. For real.
GG.
Yeah. All right. What's going on? What y'all think? I hope y'all like it, bro. It's fire. First off, y'all gotta follow the homie Shane Thompson. Damn, I don't know, bro. IG. Let's see. I'm about to pull it up. Hopefully nothing crazy comes up on my Instagram, but we shall see. Oh, it's just me. Beautiful. Shane He is the one who did the mix competition. Y'all need to follow the homie on his page. Shout out to him. There we go. It's .Shane with 3 E's. That's crazy. And then Thomas Austin is the artist. Thomas. Okay. It's official Thomas Austin. Y'all follow him as well. Man is fire. So, yeah, man. I'm just glad to be a part. And, you know what I'm saying? Just be here, alive, living, kicking, vibing, all of that. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, bro. Y'all far too kind. Far too kind. Bravo about to pull up on you to record when you done because you don't check your text. Okay. He said, that's fine. We'll be done by then. Bet. Also, he took my phone. I would never call him that. LOL. It's okay if it slipped. Pause. What's good? Hey, yep, that's Janae. Thank you, Keen. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, so Sean. It's weird to call somebody else Sean when my name is Sean. That feels so strange. How does that feel to you? Does that feel strange to you? That feels weird to me. I don't know why. That's so strange. But yeah, man, that's all I got. I don't know if y'all got any questions. Y'all want me to go over anything again? Because if y'all are good, then, you know, we going to just slide off the stream like now. So just let me know. No, when we linked the other week, it wasn't weird. Yeah, it wasn't weird. I don't know. It's just feel weird. It just felt weird right then, actually. But yeah, it wasn't weird then. I don't know. That's probably just me. It's just me. That's all. Well, guys, this has been a blast, and definitely we'll be doing this. I'm actually thinking about doing like something every Thursday, probably like 6 or 7 every Thursday for like 2 hours. Just come on the stream and do some engineering shit. You know, I'll tell y'all how I set up sessions, go over templates and all that kind of stuff. Also, just so y'all know, this whole stream, if you sub to the Twitch, it'll be on the VOD. I am about to drop the Patreon on Monday. It will be on my Patreon. Y'all can get all the videos that I'm going to drop on my Patreon, early access. And this one specifically will eventually be on YouTube whenever they release the song, but it'll be on my Patreon on Monday, like, so y'all can look at it whenever. You feel me? So yeah, because I don't know when they're gonna drop the song. I am not a part of that whole predicament. Hey, appreciate you, bro, for the follow, gang. Also, we go live every Sunday at 3 p.m. PST, and we listen to, you know what I'm saying, we listen to music and we get feedback and, you know, we vibe and we react to stuff in the culture. It's me and the homie Keen. You see him commenting in the chat. He's an artist as well. Oh, he is an artist. I am not an artist, but he's an artist. And we just, you know what I'm saying, be on here vibing, having a good time and whatnot. So appreciate y'all for coming through. Appreciate you, AM, for coming through and asking the best questions in the world. Like, you really got great questions. You be paying attention. Like, you be in there, like, you be peeping. I was like, okay, bro in there, like, he know what's going on. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Glad to hear it. I'm gonna be tuning in for sure. Sounds like a plan, bro. Looking forward to it. Like, I'm thinking about doing shit just like cool shit with vocals, cause I know like people be trying to figure out what to do with vocals, and people vocals just be sounding crazy these days. So stuff like that, setting up sessions, recording. I got some ideas, man. I got some stuff. I got a low-key lesson planned. So, you know, we gonna make something shake. But bye, guys. I'm finna be out of here. I guess I got a recording session now, so let's get it. Let's do it. Let me clean up and, you know, vibe a little bit, and then, you know, we can do that. So see y'all later. Appreciate y'all for tapping in and coming through. See y'all next time. We going to the ending soon.